Good morning and welcome to my channel. It's Lorraine here. I hope you're all well, finding time to do things that you love the best. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope that if you've been before and subscribed to my channel, thank you so much for calling back. Thank you for supporting me in this journey. If you're new to my channel, you'll see from the number of subscribers that I need to build the channel up, really. So I would really appreciate if you consider subscribing and giving me a thumbs up if you like this video or the contents of this video. That'd be really useful for me. So thank you and welcome along. So today I'm going to just do a flip through. I would say a quick flip through, but it's quite a decent sized journal, so I don't know how quick I can be with it. So this is my latest Botanical Edith Holden style journal. I've used quite a lot of Edith Holden things in the journal. I've used this book that my lovely daughter bought for me, and it's an amazing thing to use if you're a crafter. So there's lots of it within this journal. Now what I haven't done, I haven't counted the number of pages on the journal, but the journal measures 16 centimetres by 23 centimetres, which is about 6 1/4 inches by just over 9 inches, and it has a 2-inch 5 centimetre spine. It's got a hidden spine inside, so that there's no stitches on the outside of the journal. I have used this lovely fabric. It's a linen mix fabric, and it's beautiful and goes so well with this botanical journal. So inside, I don't know if you can hear it, it's quite squishy because I've used an envelope inside of the fabric. And on the front I've used some cardstock from an Artymaze digital, stitched around that. It's got this hessian underneath, this double topper that I've used just cardstock, some of the Edith Holden book page, and a fussy cutter Edith Holden image out, and then it's got these two buttons representing flowers on there. So that's the front. It's fastened together. There's eyelets in the front and the back cover, and it's fastened together with this silk. It's not sari silk, it's just a silk that I've repurposed a blouse and used it. So there we go. So inside, I've said there's 3 signatures. You can see the signatures. They're stitched into a hidden spine. And we'll just start having a look. So on the front cover, front inside cover, I've put this lace pocket in. And inside, there's lots of room, lots of space for different things. But inside is just this botanical postcard. Just from my stash is this. It's not a vintage one, it's a newish one. And then pinned on is this little floral tag. I haven't done anything on this page other than stitch around the edge of it, because this, I think, is one of my favourite digital pages that I use. This is again Artymaze. On this page I have done some stenciling, and here I've done this little frame with some of the Edith Holden book page in behind it. It's not a pocket, it's just for decoration on there. And then on this page, fussy cut some paper. I've not got straight edges on these pages. On quite a lot of the pages, a lot of them are torn edges, and I've used distress ink and just to age them around the edges. And then on this page, I've made a pocket using vintage book page and this journal card. I don't know where I got this from, I can't tell you, I'm sorry. And that's just glued down, making a pocket. And inside the pocket, it's obviously from the same kit, but I'm not sure where they're from. And it's just blank. It's been distressed around the edges for journaling, just to age it, to antique-y look it. Gosh, I can't speak this morning. My mouth's not working with my brain. Anyway, and then I've made this little cluster here with the bees, and it's just on some, I think it's watercolour paper underneath there. And if you look, it's got a little bit of lace, and the lace looks like honeycomb. I just thought it was crying out to be made into a little bit of a cluster with bees on. So that's just a little cluster that I've made. This is one of the pages from the Edith Holden book. You can put things on it, or you can journal around the pictures. Some digital paper, ledger paper, and again one of the images from Edith Holden. This is beehives. And then here I've made a pocket. I've embossed some cardstock and then used distress ink on the top of it. I've used this lovely oval floral tab, and this is fabric. I printed on fabric. I don't know if there's a video. If the video I put on, I'll try and remember to put the video on how I did it. I don't like the thoughts of running fabric through my printer. I don't want to ruin my printer, so I tried thinking of different ways of doing it, and I managed. So these tags are fabric. They're just on old bed sheet. So inside of this pocket is this little journal card that I've collaged using vintage book page, some of the Edith Holden pages. It's blank on the back for journaling. A little journal card here that just needs, I don't think I'm going to decorate it anymore. So, and then this tag here, this is one that I've made. I used a masterboard that I'd made, and it is available actually on my coffee shop as a freebie. The sheet, the masterboard itself, and then 3 giant tags. So if you wanted a copy of these tags to decorate yourself, I left them, it's fairly muted, and you can use them in many of your projects. So on here I've got a little journal card, some crochet lace trim, lace with a tab. That's a card one, it's not one of the fabric ones, and just a lace inside the eyelet. So again, collage page that I haven't done anything with. I've left it as it is because it's just beautiful on its own, didn't need anything adding on to that. And here I've made a belly band from an Edith Holden book page. Here inside the belly band is a little notebook using coffee dyed paper. So you've a little notebook there, and then inside you've got a journal card that I've just stitched around and backed with coffee stained paper. Excuse me again. And here a collaged tag journal card. I can't remember where these papers are from. They may be from a 12x12 sheet that I have. I think they are. And then a little bit of Edith Holden and stitched around, blank at the back for journaling. So here is a book page from, it's a houseplant book that I've got, and I've just used that, formed a pocket with this. I've fussy cut a little butterfly here, and inside is this envelope, but it's not an envelope because when you open it, again, it's a little notebook. This was a freebie from somebody, and again I apologise, I cannot remember who the freebie's from. So again, the book page, the other side of the book page, and on there I've made a little cluster using the lace at the base of it, some coffee stained paper, some vintage book paper, a little bit of washi tape, and one of the month tags that I've used from the Edith Holden book. This is French letters digital kit. I cannot remember. I will try and remember what I've used, because I've used so many different designers within here. I will try and remember and link them below in the description box. And this has just got some crocheted lace trim on, and this little brass tag, and it's got a flower on it. Here I had this frame hanging about in my stash, so I just put this little floral image behind. Here, coffee stained paper, and I've just stenciled on there some more Edith Holden book page, and I've done a little cluster here with some scrap bits from my box. This page is a collage page that I'd done using up scraps, and then I just added this journal card and put 2 tags inside. You can see the different scraps that I've used. So there's one of the tags that I've used, and I like that quote. These I think are from Tracey Fox, I think. And another little rose floral. They've been stitched around, left blank. That's got this green satin ribbon on there, and that's got the, what do you call it, like a voile ribbon, not voile. Here's one of the collage pages again that I've used, and I've used this film strip, cut this film strip die, and then just put behind it the 3 little floral images. Quite cute, I quite like that. Here I've just done some stenciling again. I've made this pocket from vintage book pages that I've stenciled gesso onto. I don't know if you can see the gesso on there. There you go. And it's got this little flower and lace along the bottom of it. Inside is a tag just from the Edith Holden book page. Here is another piece of the floral, the houseplant book that I used for the page on the other side, and I've just added some of the a scrap of the Edith Holden, and inside is this large tag that's got journaling space on the back, and that just fits in that long pocket there. Here on this page I've done 2 small envelopes from the Edith Holden book, and I've left it open at the back, so there's a little tuck spot there, so there's journal cards inside each of those little envelopes. I've fussy cut and decoupage on top 2 of these roses. Each envelope's fastened down using Velcro dots, and inside the envelopes are little journal cards, but you can put other things within there. So they are both the same, and again inside of this one a little journal card. Just collage page again, and coffee stain paper that I've just stenciled this ivy onto. It's quite a nice stencil, is that? Here I've used up, there were some scraps of the watercolour, the watercolour paper that I used, and I like these edges, this, so rather than bin it or just cut it up and use it for little clusters, I decided to do this, and it was a tuck spot. This is a butterfly from the Edith Holden book, and there's some it's obviously from the index at the back of the book that I've put there, and this is a journal card that's backed onto the same paper. It's backed onto watercolour paper. It's been stitched around and then glued onto here. I've left this completely blank, so you've got all this journal space behind there. Book page again, another scrap from my 12 by 12 papers that I have, and I've just collaged it onto there. There we go. Just collaged it on. It's nice, that tulip. And then here is a triple pocket, a double pocket actually, 2 pockets here. In this pocket is a mushroom tab for journaling. In this one is this tag that's been stitched around, backed onto coffee stain paper, and then this digital thing. I think these are Mrs. Coggs. I'm not sure. A little cluster on the front of this one, using up scraps again, and this one is again another little notebook, so you've got a little bit of journaling space inside of there. Here is some stencil page, again coffee stained and stitched around. I've torn around the edges to give it the aged distress look. Can't remember where this one's from. Nope, I can't remember. Here is a pocket I made. This is a postcard, and inside of there are 2 tags stitched around again. They've got the ribbon trim on and backed onto coffee stained papers. They're just tucked inside of there. A little cluster here again using watercolour paper, script, and this, and it's got this crocheted lace floral applique on the corner of the pocket. Some graph paper that I've stenciled this little image on, but plenty of journal space there. Here there's 3 pockets, so there's loads and loads of pockets and tuck spots and things in this journal, and each one has a little tag inside. They've all been collaged on the front with book page and butterflies. So again, lots of journal space within those 3 pockets. Another collage page that I've used up my scraps with, and then put this fussy cut flower on there. This is a digital that I've used. I think it's my Porch prints. No, it's not. It's Monarch. I'll link it below. And then this image from I don't know where. Another little cluster on this stenciled paper. A little fussy cut flower. A corner pocket that I've glued in, I've distressed around the edge. It's got this little cluster from the book pages, and inside it's got this large tag that's been stitched around. It's got this label that goes onto the back, and it's been backed with this journal paper. And then a little journal card with the family looking out for the bees. It's got a little bit of stenciling on the back, and then a library card. Here's another crochet lace trim on the edge with another little dangle on there, and the ivy stencil. And here I've used an image of a bird's nest, and tucked behind is this floral card, again journal space on the back, another tag, journal space on the back. I've left some things sort of undone so that whoever gets this journal can make it their own. A journal card. And then here's a pocket. I've used some 12 by 12 paper that I've got for this pocket, and then it's got this piece of book page with this fussy cut leaf from the book. It's got this upholstery trim that's really, really rich looking. It's lovely. And then inside of there are 2 tags. One of them's got this little dangle attached to the top, and just on a bulb pin, and another small tag with a little quote on there. And here another collage page, a digital. This centre spread in this as matching pockets either side, again using some of the 12 by 12 papers that I've got, and then I've just added these toadstool and mushroom images, little labels, and inside they're on coffee dyed paper, a digital version, so it's been printed off from the printer. And this lovely floral journal card, again backed onto watercolour paper. I've left blank at the back so that you've got lots of journal space, and another tag. And the same here, this journal card has been stitched around as this one and left blank at the back, and another one of those tags. It's got this, I don't know if you can see it close there, but it's a little shiny sateen ribbony trim. I could not get that to glue on. I used every glue that I had, but I could not get it done, so I've ended up stitching it on. I was determined it was going on. This page just stitched around the edge. It's the printed coffee stain page, a little bit of stenciling there. There's a little bird and a floral motif, and then it's on that page I've done this little cluster. It's on embossed paper, vintage book page that's been gessoed. It's got this floral circle tab, a little bit of lace on there, and it holds, well, it'll hold quite a bit, but I've just put 2 little journal cards inside there. Here, this page has just been lightly stenciled, and it's got this little bee on there. A little, it's a fabric that I've got that I bought, maybe 2 years ago now, like you do, and not used it. I have got a work in progress, a bee journal that I'm making, and it's covered the fabric. The whole of the front of the journal is covered in this lovely linen fabric. It's beautiful. Here I've made a belly band, and at the front of the belly band is this crocheted lace trim. Behind there is this little envelope that I made from some scrap paper. It's got this little cluster on there. Inside it's got a little postcard for journaling, stenciled on the back. What else is in there? Something else there. And another one of the tags. This is nice paper as well. So that's that. And then behind is one of the postcards. You can see the shiny some more book page. That ivy's beautiful, the way it's been drawn. A little cluster again here, using up scrap paper, some lace, a little rose applique, and some of the book page. I've used some of the book page to make a pocket, and inside is a tag and a journal card, again blank on the back for journal space. I don't know if I didn't show you the dangles, the threads from where I stitched in the signatures. I've put some butterflies on those. Here is this paper I did. I was messing about on my new laptop trying to do some digitals, and I designed this paper. It's quite good fun doing it. It took hours, but it's quite good fun doing it. And inside of there is a large journal card with lots of space on the back. Here I've just put some scrap of the paper just to give the page a little bit more interest. And here is a double tuck spot with this bee and butterfly circle topper, and inside there is a journal paper. It's got stenciling on the back, and there's lots of space for things in there. Again, book page. This is just coffee stained paper, and I've just put this digital image. I don't know, I can't remember whose this is, I'm sorry. And this is to hide the flap of this envelope flappy thing that I did. Just get it in focus. Sorry, in shot. So it's got this envelope flip flap thing, and inside again is another of the postcards. But you can fit lots and lots of things in there. And then just this floral image on this coffee stain page that I've stitched around. The third and final signature. I could count the pages, I'll do that in a bit. So again, this is another collage from Artymaze, and here's a corner pocket that I did, and I've fussy cut these beautiful little bird images from the book and put that on the front of that. This is from 12 by 12 paper that I have in stock, in stash. It's got this journal card on here, this bumblebee one, again stenciled on the back. This lovely floral foliage journal card, and one that I've used up scraps, a little journal card. I think it's from the same set of papers as these, and then obviously some of the Edith Holden book page stitched around, left blank on the back. This is a freebie from, I think it's Odulcina, she's called, Odulcina Scrap, and I think that's one of her freebies. And here I've made this lovely tuck spot from, you can see this paper, this cardstock rather, it's from my stash. It's really beautiful. And this flower is from this paper again. So this is just attached to make a closure. Inside of there is this large journal card. I've put it on the book page, stitched it on, and then I've made this little cluster using lace, appliques, this voile lace that's ever so pretty. It's really sweet. And again, just put some coffee stain paper on the back so that you've got journal space on there, and it goes in, because of the fabric cluster at the bottom, it won't go in that way, so it just goes this way. Oh, I can't do it when I'm on camera, I'm at the wrong angle. There we go. There we go. Book page again that's just been stitched around the edge, some digital paper, I'm not sure. Odulcina, I think that's it, Odulcina, that I said before the other freebie was from. So that's one of her pages. Just clipped in is this large tag. Again, this is one of my tags that's a freebie. If you go to my Ko-fi site, handcrafted by Lorraine, and they're there available for you to download free. They're free, I'm not charging you for those. One of the little journal cards that I've left open at the top, so it's got a little tuck spot in there, and one of the nature tags. Just another digital page. This is from Artymaze again, and it's got this little cluster of book page and handmade paper on there. Some more stenciling. This is a pocket using up some cardstock from my stash. I fussy cut this image of this bird. I'm not sure what sort of bird it is. It's got some lace trim on there, and inside it's got this tag that's stitched around, and I just adhered these die cuts to the front of it, and it's got coffee stain paper on the back, so clear for your journaling. Some more stenciling, another one of the negative strips, and on the edge of this page I've put some washi tape just to add a little bit of interest. I've stitched from my machine. I've done some embroidery stitching on the end of that page, and inside is this journal card that I've used up some of my scrap papers, and this tag, the rose tag. The centre again, and there's the little butterfly attached to those. Of course you can take these out if you don't like them. Another one of the collage papers that I did with some lace trim on the end, and it's a large pocket. There's lots of space inside of there, and I've just used this collage paper as a journal card tucked into there, and again some more embroidery stitching from the machine. Another one of these frames with some of the book page inside. Another pocket using that beautiful embossed and glittered paper. I haven't embossed it, Kit. It was like that in the stash, and it's got that lovely embroidery trim along the pocket there. And two large tags. Again, coffee stained pages on the back for journaling. Some more stenciling and a fussy cut blackbird. I miss the noise of blackbirds. We do get them occasionally here in Greece, but not many where we are. But back in the UK, I used to love watching the blackbirds and listening to them. A double pocket here using up the book pages. I've stitched around the edges. I've collaged on top. There's a little journal card in there. And in the top pocket is, when I can get that one in, there we go. This large tag. It's got this little cluster on the bottom of it with some of the book page, some of the linen fabric, and it's lined. Journal space on the back, some embossed paper that I did. Well, it's cardstock actually, it's quite strong, is that, and it's been distressed using vintage photo, stitched around, and again blank on the back for journaling. And this little card has been stitched around, and again coffee stained at the back for journaling. This has been stitched around as well as this page. Some more stenciling and ribbon, lace trim on the edge of that page. Some collage again that I've done on that page. Another pocket using some of the book page, and another one of my tag things that's available in my coffee shop with this little journal card and another nature quote. It's coffee stained paper on the back, so journal space again, and it's got a lace attached. You can change those, they're not a permanent feature. And then another envelope that I made using some vellum paper that I had, and it's got a little postcard and a journal card inside of there. I love the sound that makes. So there's lots of secret spaces for journaling and adding bits to. Another pocket using the lace trim, and another one of the little floral brass tags, and another postcard inside there. So 3 signatures. Let's have a quick 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, no, 22, 24, 26, 28, 32, 34, 36. So, and each one will have the same in, so lots and lots of pages to go out there for your adding to, for artwork, for journaling, for collage work, for doing some mixed media work in, anything you can do inside of this journal. I love it, it's a beauty, I think, but then I'm biased, aren't I? So thank you. I hope you've made it to the end of the video. 35 minutes. It's quite a lengthy flip through, but there was so much to see. And I hope you've enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up. Consider hitting the subscribe button, helping me to grow my channel. That's brilliant if you would do that for me. Please leave me a comment on what your thoughts are on this journal. And have a good day. Have a blessed day. Bye.